Well, hi, VOM family in Australia. It's Steve Davis here. I'm part of your family, and what a privilege we have to pray for all our brothers and sisters overseas. I have something to share briefly with you today, and hopefully on 3 more occasions as we look at Acts chapter 12. Today we actually won't look at the text, but we'll just look at the overall message, which is God's cause will triumph. We're in lockdown. What can we hold on to? That God's global mission is going forward. Have a read of Acts 12. God's cause will triumph. You might remember that Acts is all about the continuing work of Jesus through the apostles by the power of the Holy Spirit. Jesus has ascended to heaven and he is reigning on high, and his work goes on through the apostles by the power of the Holy Spirit. I don't know if you've heard of William Carey, but what a man. Went to India from Britain. He has reputedly said, attempt great things for God, expect great things from God. The first 2 years, he got no mail. The first 7 years, he got no conversions. He was opposed by the British press in India. He had so many obstacles. His 2 wives died. One of them was living with him for a whole long period, was insane, very sadly. And then she finally died. One of the worst things that happened was that his work was destroyed in a fire. What did he hold on to? The sovereign goodness of God. That's where his faith was placed. Listen to what he says. When I left England, my hope of India's conversion was very strong. But amongst so many obstacles, it would die unless upheld by God. We all need to be upheld by God, don't we? Well, I have God, and his word is true, he writes. And then he goes on. He says, I'm persecuted by all, I'm deserted by all, yet my faith fixed on that sure word would rise above all obstacles and overcome every trial. God's cause will triumph. When he saw the smouldering fire that destroyed so much of his work, tears filled his eyes, and he said, in one short evening, the labour of years are consumed. How unsearchable are the ways of God. The Lord has laid me low, that I may look more simply to him every week of every year. What a great message for us, that we might look more simply to him every week of every year, every day of every week, every year. God's cause will triumph. May God bless you during this lockdown period. Have a read of Acts 12. It's great. God's cause will triumph across the world and in our lives.